Happy New Year to everybody. It is January the 2nd. It is raining like crazy outside, so it's a good day to spend the evening working on a cabinet in here in the garage with my little space heater on. I thought what I would do is talk about cabinet structural repair, what I call structural repair. So that is filling large voids in the cabinet, fixing cracks, fixing delamination, that kind of stuff. To me, that's step one in a cabinet restoration. If you don't get it structurally sound at the beginning, it doesn't matter how soft and smooth it is at the end, it's not going to be right. So my first step I always do, which is kind of what you guys have seen, like on this machine, I've replaced the bottom. I've spent the last couple of days fixing a lot of delaminated areas and that kind of stuff, and I've got a lot more to do on this game. But okay, so what can you use to fix a cabinet? Well, easiest thing is wood glue. I use a lot of wood glue. I use it for delaminations a lot. Like back here, I just pull the delamination back a little bit, take a toothpick or whatever you want to use, a popsicle stick, and kind of put the glue down in there. And if you push it back and forth a little bit, it'll kind of wick it into the areas. And then I just clamp it with my long pipe clamps, and I'll use a scrap piece of wood with wax paper wrapped around it. The wax paper is there because when you clamp this thing down, you don't want the piece of wood obviously gluing itself to the cabinet, and then when you take it off, you could end up ripping off pieces of plywood. So the wax paper works well as a barrier. It'll just pull right off. Don't use wood glue to try and fill voids. It's terrible. I don't know that anybody really would do that, but I mean, you can't just pour this stuff in there and let it dry. It's not gonna work. So wood glue is good stuff. Next thing I would use a lot of is epoxy. That's JB Weld 5-minute epoxy, and I buy a lot of that stuff. I use that a lot. I use it for structural, like corners. If a corner is separated, I will use JB Weld in there rather than wood glue, although you can use wood glue as well. It's perfectly fine. The big thing I use JB Weld epoxy for, or any 5-minute epoxy we use, is filling voids and cracks and things in corners, like areas, corners and edges, where there's going to be a risk that something's going to hit it. It's going to get knocked somewhere in transit. If you use Bondo or any of these other fillers at corners and edges, you run a risk that you're going to end up with it chipping out if it gets hit or something. So especially on edges, like this corner right here, you guys can't see it, you'll see in a minute. This corner right here is pretty badly broken apart. And so what I do is I make a dam out of just blue masking tape. So I'll just take blue masking tape, put it on the edge, and I'll just mix up some of this epoxy and put it in there and just let it flow in and let it harden. Now you have to let this stuff harden for about 24 hours before it's sandable well. I mean, it'll be cured in about 30 minutes. Not cured, it'll be dry in about 30 minutes. And you can sometimes just take the masking tape off then if you want. But generally what I'll do is I'll put it down and I'll let it sit at least overnight, come out the next morning, take the masking tape off, let it finish. And you'll be able to tell, it'll still feel kind of mushy if it's not quite ready, but eventually it does sand pretty well. You do have to skim coat over it just to fix the pinholes and whatever, but it sands pretty well, and it's very durable in my opinion. And you don't really have to worry as much about, pieces chipping out or whatever. So I do use a lot of this epoxy. It's pretty expensive though, so that's one reason I'm trying to go away from using it quite as much. Okay, now fillers. So when you use fillers, regular fillers like Bondo, I use for like this big spot here I'm about to do, which is a big area where one of these little football shaped patches has delaminated and come out. And so I'll use either regular Bondo or this stuff, which is something I found that's new. This is Durham's Rock Hard. Now this is a water putty. It's water activated. This one is activated with a hardener, okay? And this is one that I just picked up, and I'm gonna try this on this game because I really love this stuff, which is the U-POL Fantastic Glaze. And they had this body filler on sale. I get this stuff at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. So I think this is about $17, I think, for this size, which is actually a little bit, that's right about the same size, maybe a little bit more than the Bondo. Bondo, I think this one runs me maybe about the same price, maybe a little bit more. It's around 20 bucks, I think, or so for a thing of Bondo. The bad news about Bondo, I know there are people that do body work and can use Bondo and are great with it. To me, it's a little bit hard to know exactly how much hardener to put in there, and it's very color based. So for a while, I had it to where I was putting too much hardener in. It was too blue, or depending on, they used to make the hardener red, but now it's blue. And it would set up before I really could use it all. And so that was kind of frustrating. I was wasting material. Then I went to putting not as much hardener in there to where it's sort of just a light blue gray, and that's a huge mistake. That takes forever to cure, and it sands horribly. I mean, I've had to let it cure for 2, 3, 4 days, and it still will gum up your sandpaper. So I'm kind of like on the outs with Bondo, so I've been looking for another option, as you can see. The Durham's Rock Hard, the nice thing about this stuff is that it cures and hardens within 10 to 12 hours pretty well. The bad news about this stuff, there's really two things. It sands pretty well, but it is really hard, and they're not kidding when they call it rock hard. So it does sand okay. I think it's decent for filling gaps like this, like, large voids. Again, I would not use it on corners at all, and it does not work well as a skim coat. You can kind of use Bondo as a skim coat-ish. It doesn't work all that well. So I'm kind of like, I'm still on the fence about this Durham's Rock Hard stuff. I haven't decided if I like it or not yet. Now, another option you can use is this one, which is Bondo Fiberglass. This you can use for edges and corners if you want to. It's got fiberglass fibers in there, and so it'll set up and be a lot more durable. Now, some people have also used fiberglass resin as a supplement or as a replacement for this epoxy stuff. I've not used that yet. I might do it later, but I've not messed with fiberglass resin yet. I have used this. The good news about this is it's very durable. The bad news is it's really hard to sand back, and it's messy, and it doesn't lay down flat. It's just kind of goopy stuff. So I'm not a huge fan of this one yet. Now, another option, and this is the one we're going to try here. This is U-POL Fantastic Body Filler. I'm thinking this is going to be equivalent to Bondo, but we'll see. And this is my current favorite glaze. Now, there is a Bondo glaze that I do have. I didn't bring it over here for this video, but it comes in a tube and it's red. That stuff doesn't require any mixing. So for little bitty touch-ups, especially after you like spray primer or something, that stuff works pretty well. This though is nice because it comes in a squeeze bottle, comes with a hardener on the back, and this stuff is a lot thinner in consistency to the Bondo or the body filler, and it glazes out much better. So by glaze, what I mean is when I do a cabinet, I will fix all the major structural areas first, get all the big voids fixed, okay? Then I will go and glaze over the whole thing. So in other words, I will put a thin layer of this over the entire cabinet, okay? And then you sand that back flat. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna help fill all the pinholes in the wood, or all of the little areas where the wood has soaked up some moisture and you've got heavy graining or planking or any of that stuff. This will really help get rid of that and give you a very nice, even surface to paint on. So I use this as kind of a last step before I prime. And then I'll prime it usually with 2 coats of primer, that's sandable primer, and then I'll sand that back, and then I go in with either this again or the Bondo glazing putty, and put that in any voids or areas that I can see, little areas of grain that I don't like, and fill that in, sand that back, and then usually either prime it one last time or go ahead and just shoot base coat at that point. So This stuff I really like. I used this on my last game on Xenon, and it worked really well, so I'm gonna use it again. Okay, last one. So this is Quickwood or any other epoxy style wood filler. This one is usable for almost everything, except I personally haven't used it for corners or edges again. My worst nightmare is that I'm going to finish a game and I'm going to deliver it to whoever the customer is, or it's going to go on location or something, and it's going to get knocked and a big chunk of filler is going to fall out, and then you got a mess. So I'm really just kind of very cautious about what I do with edges. Now, I haven't worked with this a lot. Several of my friends who do some restorations have used it. I know people on Penside have used this kind of stuff, and it works pretty well. I was going to use it actually on this void we're going to work on tonight, but I was a little bit concerned. Again, I just like something that's a little more liquid, just because I feel like it's going to have more of an opportunity to kind of bond in with the fibers of the wood and really get a good hold, versus this is like a putty, and I just was concerned it might sit on top and once again kind of pop out. And since this is such a big area to fill, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to cause me problems down the road. So that is pretty much what I use to when I work on cabinets, and you'll see me using a lot of these products as we go through this machine, and I'll try and just talk about them as we go.